Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. The goal of my YouTube channel is to help you to make home cooking as a viable alternative to fast and processed food. Use my fast cooking system. And the word FAST is the acronym of the 4 attributes of the cooking system, which stand for flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. To make home cooking as part of your daily routine, it is important for it to be practical. And practicality is valuable, particularly when you make home cooking that is efficient, creative, and fun. So each night when you walk into the kitchen, you already know what you are going to do so that you can make home cooking both spontaneous and intuitive. And my fast cooking system is to help you to develop this approach that will allow you each night when you walk in the kitchen, you can put a meal on the table in 30 minutes and less. And in this case means advanced prepping plays an important role. Each night when I walk into the kitchen, I never have to worry about what I'm going to cook that night. All I have to do is to look in the refrigerator and I take a look at my advanced prepping. It will provide me with an indication what are the dishes that I will be able to cook. And consequently, I never have to labor over the possibilities of the dishes that I would like to cook. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use this approach to cook a simple low-man dish based on what you have in the refrigerator. Home cooking is at its best when you're able to cook from scratch, use all fresh ingredients. And in order for this to occur, the best thing for you to do is to make your ingredients to be as versatile as possible for it to be able to serve in different capacity in different type of dishes. In this case, I want to demonstrate to you how you can get the most out of your spaghetti pasta noodles. I discovered that spaghetti pasta noodles can be used for not just only making spaghetti dishes, but it can make any type of noodle dish that you would like. And that's the best thing I find is to cook your spaghetti noodles in a relatively large quantity. In this case, I cook them in my Cucina 14-inch stainless steel wok. The wok is perfect for actually boiling spaghetti noodles because the spaghetti noodles normally measures about 12 inches in length. And this 14-inch wok accommodates the spaghetti noodles perfectly without have to bend or to break them in half. And all you have to do is to lay them directly in boiling water. And this wok is just about the right size to boil a 2-pound bag of spaghetti pasta noodles. And usually it only takes about 5 to 6 minutes to boil it to the desired texture that I like. Usually I like them to be on the al dente side. I then use a pair of tongs to transfer the noodles from the boiling water to a bowl of cold water to stop it from cooking any further. This is probably the easiest way rather than pour the noodle over some cold water. And in this case, I also rinse the noodles quickly. And then I store the noodles in plastic containers. I find that the spaghetti pasta noodle has a relatively good shelf life. I usually can store them up to about 10 days. And I can then use these noodles for different type of purpose during the week. And this advanced prepping makes it easier for me to use the noodle anytime I want. This noodle dish is very easy to cook, and it is one of those dishes that you can have the meal ready on the table in less than 15 minutes by the time you walk in the kitchen. So this noodle is a quick meal, but it is an excellent dish. So I'm going to start out by using my Cucina 14-inch stainless steel wok to fry some eggs. I'm going to make this as an egg noodle dish. I'm going to crack 3 eggs directly into the wok. And the wok looks like this because I just cooked some salmon previously, so it is easy for me to cook the egg directly without having to wash the wok. And cracking the egg directly into the wok also saves a step of beating up the egg. And it really doesn't make much of a difference whether you crack the egg or not. Next, I just simply scramble the egg. Now the egg will have a slightly different texture by cooking it this particular way. Next, I add the spaghetti noodle directly from the refrigerator to the wok. I use a pair of tongs to mix all the ingredients in the wok. Again, the tong is very useful when you do this dish. Now, this is frequently known as lo mein, As you can see, the word low means mix, and all I am doing now is mixing the egg with the noodles. And at this time, it will warm up the noodles. Next, I add some oyster sauce to season the dish. And this is followed by sesame oil. Now, this sesame oil also contains hot oil. This will give the noodle dish a slightly spicy flavor, but not very much. You can season the dish almost any way that you like. I used a pair of tongs to further mix up the noodles and the sauce, and then I add some scallion that I have cut into thin strips. I add the scallion at this phase of the cooking because I like to cook the scallion a little bit. This is followed by some grated carrot. The reason that I choose these two ingredients to make this noodle lo mein dish is because I already have them in my advanced prepping. In some other time, if I have other ingredients, I probably will substitute them and use them instead. And this is the flexibility of the fast cooking system. It allows you to make substitutions depending on what is available to you and what you feel like. After I did a taste test, I decided I'm going to add a touch more oyster sauce. To make this dish a bit more salty, I add soy sauce instead, which will provide more of a sauce for the noodles as well. The final step is to mix everything as much as I can, and the dish is ready to be served. And by having all the ingredients available in your advanced prepping, you can put this dish together in almost no time at all. So when you're hurry and you get home and you want to have a nice warm dish to cook from scratch, this would be a great dish. To further modify the dish, I add some colored bell pepper. This is a good way to make the dish have a nice appearance because we eat with our eyes as well. And it is very simple to do, and it also enhances the flavor of the dish. It makes the dish more interesting. It gives it a crispy texture based on the colored bell pepper. And last but not the least, I garnish the dish with some fresh scallions. The fresh scallions that I chop into small pieces serve both to increase the flavor of the dish as well as to provide a nice color contrast. And my friend Jim once told me is that home cooking doesn't have to be complicated. All it has to do is that to create a unique presentation that make the eating more interesting. And last but not the least, I garnish it a little bit more with oyster sauce on the top of the dish. As you can see here, is that this dish is created because that I have advanced prepping, and furthermore, this dish is based on a very simple basic template. And by combining all these ingredients together, it makes home cooking practical, creative, efficient, and fun using my fast cooking system. If you'd like to learn more about this cooking system and would like to adopt it, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.